Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9 p.m. You are watching on live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. The head of state sent a message of solidarity to his Turkish counterpart. And on the international scene, Central African Republic can extend arms embargo for another year. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Mohamed Mohamoud, and his colleague in charge of budget, Abdulkarim Madan Sher, participate in the World Summit on Education, co-chaired by British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. The British Prime Minister delegation led by two ministers is made up of several senior officials from their department. It should be noted that the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, on the occasion of the summit, sent a message to his counterpart, the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, to show him his support for the organization of the summit, but also to indicate that the Republic of Djibouti gives priority in the development of policy of the country. The two ministers held a bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the summit, each in other areas of expertise. The MENFOP met with his counterpart from the Senegal, Mamadou Talla, where it was about the establishment of formalized cooperation in all areas of education and in particular that of training. The minister also met with the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, is a special envoy for Galley's addition to discuss UK government support on girls' education and generally on the advancement of girls and women in Djiboutian society. The budget minister had several meetings, including working meeting British private investor to invest in social housing construction and wind power. The Djiboutian delegation during his intervention the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Mohamed Mohamoud, gave a speech in which he stressed step under the 19 years mandate in order to continue studying during this period. Let's listen to the minister.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, since the beginning of the pandemic, this terrible unexpected pandemic, our government has put in place a plan to tackle this. This national plan covers education. There are a number of strategic elements to this in order to act immediately to ensure that there is continued education, that we can bring teachers and children back to school so that the Department of Education is equipped to face this crisis and ensure that there is a resilience plan for all students so that we can offer quality distance learning if necessary. And we need vaccinations for all our workers in schools. We have done all we can to ensure that we've maintained education systems with the proper health standards in place. And teachers have done so hard and have given so much to make this possible. I thank them. I salute them. Now, the COVID fund from the GPE has helped us. I would like to thank the GPE for this support. Now, with regard to our national funding for education in Djibouti, 24% of our national budget goes to education. Djibouti and representatives here are undertaking to continue to support our educational sector at the same level until 2025.
The Minister of Muslims Affairs inaugurated a mosque at Camp Sheikh Musa of the National Gendarmerie of PK23. The Minister of Muslims Affairs and Wealth Property, Mumin Hassan Barre, the Minister of Defense in charge of relations with the Parliament, Mr. Hassan Umar Mohammed, proceeded yesterday, Friday, July 30, the inauguration of a new mosque at Camp Sheikh Musa of the National Gendarmerie located at PK 23. The ceremony was attended by the acting Chief of Staff of the National Gendarmerie, Colonel Ibrahim Al Mike, the Prefect of Arta Region, and the President of the Arta Regional Council. Many civil and military personalities attend this inaugural ceremony, which was held at the grounds of National Gendarmerie Training School at the PK23. After the performance of ritual Friday prayer with this mosque, this ceremony was followed by a lunch offer by the National Gendarmerie General Staff in honor of the minister and their guests. Identify the essential links of Djibouti, enhancing the country's potential and establishing an industrial dynamic was the objective of a presentation workshop on the public-private partnership, which was organized by the General Director of the Public-Private Partnership of the Ministry of Economic and Finance on Thursday at the Clay Center, a mission to give a general overview of the concept of partnership. This public-private sector, ministries, public establishment and enterprises, as well as to the private sector. The PP define a long-term contractual agreement constitute a mode of privilege financing while involve the private sector to design, build, finance or operate to new infrastructure works or existing system in order to improve the service provide and management to facilities and far from the public sector. This presentation workshop was also an opportunity to discuss successful projects in some developing countries. During the workshop, the Director General highlighted the opportunities for the public and private sector to develop this type of project in order to achieve and modernize public infrastructure, improve public service. But at the side of advantage, he also explained that there are risk potential related to the project that must be mitigated or avoided in order to establish a win-win dynamic between partners. The IDDS Director General Mahdi Mohammed Jama and the UNHCR representative and Honor's Deputy Executive Secretary Mr. Mohammed Kamil led a work of coordination meeting to take stock of the CRRF achievement of a framework for action in favor of refugees. It should be noted that the government of Djibouti had made commitments since the New York summit in 2016 through the voice of head of state Ismail Omar Guelleh. The Director General of the IDDS, Mahdi Mohammed Jama, delivered a words of welcome in which he first thanked all the participants for their commitment and the objective of this meeting. The meeting started with a short video follow on achievement of the IDDS in terms of refugees' access to basic social infrastructure and service. This paved the way for a presentation on a historical reminder of the global framework for action in favor of refugees and commitment of the Republic of Djibouti. This project, through its component or mutual aid and affinity group, the establishment kind of generating activities. The same was through the Youth Entrepreneurship Support Project, which has also recorded remarkable success and its model in genders. The participant follow two last presentation on of the commitment of the Republic of Djibouti and what has been achieved in this contest. The work of the meeting ended with an appointment that was made to hold a sectorial technical meeting which will aim to find solution and adequate responses to the issues that have emerged during the implementation of a project related to the commitment of the Republic of Djibouti at the framework of this project. To our increases surveillance of priority animals disease under the aegis of the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Fisheries, Livestock and Fisheries Resources, the FAO representative office in Djibouti in close collaboration with the livestock management and veterinary service organized a 3 day training workshop on priority animal disease in Ali Sabih region. In, and more than six actors, livestock auxiliaries, agro-pastoral school file facilitators, and agents from decentralized veterinarian in Dekhel. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.